Hi, I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from yourblackworld.com, and I just got home from giving a speech with a local community group called A Time of Jubilee, and they have been instrumental in bringing a grocery store to the southwest side of Syracuse, which, in case you're wondering, it's really difficult to bring a grocery store to the hood. We had a lot of meetings about that, and some of those meetings were depressing, but I can say that it's a great example of how if you continue to push for what you want, you have a much better chance of getting it. In fact, successful people are the biggest failures around because they're the people who continue to fail, but yet they continue to push. And it was through all that failure that they got their first success. So speaking on that same vein, I read today that there are a lot of reports that the TV show, that TV monstrosity called Basketball Wives, may have been canceled by VH1. Now, the reports are mixed because there are a lot of blogs, more than one, several blogs, saying that they got a press release saying that Basketball Wives had been canceled, but then VH1 is saying that it had not been canceled and that the season finale was planned and all this other stuff. Well, here are the facts. We know that Basketball Wives has lost quite a few corporate sponsors. They lost Burger King, they lost Summer's Eve, they've lost some other companies, and a lot of it's because of the protesting, which is legitimate, that people have done to say, look, this is not cool. You are teaching young girls how to bully each other at school, and anybody who's ever been bullied knows that it is traumatic. It is so traumatic. And can you imagine some little 13-year-old girl, you know, that little queen bee whose mama told her that she's God's gift to the universe, you know, basically imitating the behavior of Evelyn Lozada, who's jumping over tables, attacking women, trying to just dominate women for no reason, making women feel bad for no reason. I mean, this is real. This is very serious stuff, and it's absolute niggerosity. Excuse my French, I just made that word up on the spot. Niggerosity, you know, and it's the kind of behavior that we don't want our kids to pick up. We have to rise above that psychological poison that's being fed to us every day. We cannot get to a point where we take dysfunction and pretend that it is normal. So, if Basketball Wives is canceled, then I say Godspeed to that piece of crap, to that Jerry Springer-like show. And one thing, here's some observations I picked up on. Number one, if you worked at all in television, you know that networks don't tell you when they're folding to your pressure typically. What they'll typically do is they will make you think that the show's going to continue until the very last minute because they don't want you to say, oh, well, it's going to be canceled anyway, so why should I watch? They want you watching. And then what they do is they say, oh, you were looking for the show today. Oh, by the way, it was canceled, right? So really, it wouldn't surprise me if the show is on its way out, because when a media outlet can't get corporate sponsorship, that means it's pretty much going to die, no matter how good the product is, or how popular the product is. So I do think that that the VH1 executives are a little bit disgusted and a little bit embarrassed and a little bit nervous about what's been going on. I don't think they expected the backlash that they've been seeing. They didn't expect to start losing corporate sponsors. They're getting all these lawsuits. So I do believe that their back is against the wall, that they are on the ropes. And so the cancellation really is something that wouldn't surprise me. At the same time, it wouldn't surprise me if they sort of backed up, reconfigured, and reloaded. But either way, I think that those who are enemies of, or who are enemies of enemies, if you will, those who are enemies of progress, and those who want to stop those enemies of progress, I think those soldiers for justice have to continue to speak loud. I encourage everybody to go sign that petition and to really say, look, this is not cool. This is not what we want our little girls to emulate. This is not what it means to be a black woman in America. Black women, in my opinion, and this is the way I raise my girls, black women should be raised to be queens and ladies and intelligent human beings, and not these ghetto thugs that I'm checking out on Basketball Wives. That's not cool. That's not what it means to be black, and we've got to rise above this psychological poison. So until we meet again, I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from yourblackworld.com. Please take care. God bless, and have a nice day. Peace.